Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Let's go! Hand off from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume, and it'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Across the 25, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Find some fresh air. And they explode explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going to take off. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone. You're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. They stop him just a leak or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's right on target. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this 1st down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. Throws for the tight end. Oh, picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
A 1st down for the offense. On the run, it's Gilliam. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man in the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
That last completion has him set up second and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the Huskers get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback. And
oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Nebraska 10, Georgia Tech 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Coming after it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The Cornhuskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Nebraska 17, Georgia Tech 0.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
24, Georgia Tech, 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll try the run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll field the punt and look for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The give to the left side. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on 1st down. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. Trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He'll get rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Yeah, it's just a throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Huskers line it up with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He finds his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Nebraska offense will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level there.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
This is so a Jesse Baum. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your good offense, Paul.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking the shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.